folks, Mike and McGee here. In today's video, we're going to be cooking mountain oysters. This is a cooking video and delicious eating, but we want to start at the source. Mountain oysters is just a fancy way of saying bull testicles. So here they are. They're from a roughly 3.5 to 4 year old bull, somewhere in there, and they are big. So we're just going to take our knife, whack them off, and we're going to start cleaning them up. Let's do it.
Wow.
All right, folks, here it is. The big old bag. Now you're going to see these things actually come out a lot easier than you might think. But we don't want to tear. I'm going to get you to pull that skin. We have plans for this skin because if you followed the channel very long, you know that Longbow Banjo, he comes and hunts with us every year, and he brings huge boxes of deer testicles in the sack, just like this. And he has us skin them for him. We're allowed to keep the meat part. We give him back the sack part. So we've been thinking of doing this for quite some time, ever since we decided to kill the old bull. We're going to get that sack and package it up for Longbow. And when he gets it back, it might be full of deer sacks. That was Adam's idea.
It was.
I thought it was brilliant. Let's just put them right there,
Okay.
that's fine. I think he's gonna have a sack of bags, or a bag of sacks. A sack of sacks, I don't know, the one that we sent him back this year said sack of lunch on it. We might have something else concocted by then. Drop down in the comments, let us know what kind of a saying or slogan that we could put on this bag of bags for Longbow. Some of y'all have brilliant minds. Here's the bag. It's going to hold quite a number of them. I think I need to get that fat removed.
Okay.
Because that's a whole deer sack worth of space right there.
Well, we're going to see how many we can get in here, huh?
Yeah, but I had no idea that there was fat inside that bag. Did you?
I did not. I mean, it makes sense to cushion things.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm no taxidermist. Longbow can do the fleshing and getting all this right, but I just want to get the major stuff out here that will cause issues with space, storage space. We've got to have this thing fit in as many as we can. I think that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's flop that back down. Look at that. Holds both of my fists, no problem.
Custom
I mean,
gloves.
I could fit 3 or 4 hands in there. But that would be a great mitten. I mean, let's say you were trying to survive in a very remote location and you needed a pot holder. I mean, not too shabby right there.
And it's nice, thick leather.
Yeah. And if you dried it out, somehow made it nice and supple, it could make a baby's cap.
It sure could.
But anyway, let's get on to the cooking portion of this show. All right, folks, we made it from the cooler to the kitchen. It only took 3 or 4 weeks, but we've had these frozen in vacuum sealed bag, just waiting for this day, and this day has arrived. This is what made Bubs Bubs. So at this point, the bare minimum has been done. We've got to go beyond that. So as you can see, there's all kinds of unwanted skins, etc. I'm just going to do a little culling before I really get involved. This old skin and stuff is nice to have on there because when you're doing that work, a little dirtiness can get on it. If some got on it, you know you've got a triple layer of protection. Now we're going to take one of these beautiful oysters. We're going to cut right down the middle. In, and oh, look at that. It's got the peach color. So this was a dairy bowl. Every dairy bowl I've ever done has had peaches and cream. So, and what would you expect from dairy? We're gonna cut that huge cord. I mean, that is a monster cord. We were hoping the vet would cut that cord back in the summer and she wouldn't do it. She said if I cut that cord, he'd probably die. We didn't want him to die, so we let him keep his jewels. Now that's all that's left right there. Now look at that. That's the lesser half. Here's the bigger half. And then we're just gonna fillet it off like a fish using a sharp Victorinox knife. That leaves us with a couple little edges here that have to be cleaned up. No problem there. Do I smell grease getting hot?
Not yet,
Not
but you
yet.
might soon.
We're gonna eat these Berthas. You know what?
What's that?
This is probably enough for a taste test right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this one done so when the big boys come, they'll have some to try as well.
Awesome.
We don't want to let the big boys miss out on some goodness. There's people watching this video right now saying you can let me miss out on it, that'll be just fine. Well, we don't want you to miss out on them not missing out. That would be the pits. So I've got the next one filleted out. Clean the end up here. The other day for breakfast we had a lot of these that were from the pig.
Okay.
We castrated 9 pigs the other day.
That'll make a couple of jewels.
Yeah, some of them were this big. I mean, literally, this here would have been the size. I don't know if we had any quite that big on half,
Uh-huh. Wow.
but I mean, they were right in there.
Okay.
And they weren't huge pigs.
They were just very blessed in a certain area.
100-pound pigs, maybe? And you're looking at a 1,958-pound bull. That's incredible. So although these are sizable, they are not, in relation to his size, all that big. All right, here we are. Look at that.
The pigs have been beat proportionally.
I think so.
Those are pretty though.
Yep, so we're not gonna fry them this big. We're gonna go ahead and get them down in manageable sizes for the eaters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough for a taste test. Then these here I'll go ahead and cut up and we can refrigerate.
Probably the bowl.
The big boys are coming now. The big boys are coming. Big boys need big meat. Before we do that, let's go ahead and use this for something else.
Okay.
You got me some salt or camp dog seasoning handy?
I will if you'll take one step to your right.
Let's have some camp dog. I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt in here.
There's some camp dog. And some other camp
I
dog.
gotta bring you some more camp dog, guys. I've got to do that.
Do they need more than that?
No. All right, the grease is hot. I'm just gonna stir this a little bit. I'm gonna get these pieces in here. I'm just gonna toss them around like shake and bake, but this is shake and fry. The bull shook and baked his whole life, so he don't need no more baking. Just gonna take these Berthas, drop them in, boys, that ever pretty.
Yeah.
What kind of grease we got here?
Bacon grease.
Bacon grease. That's, you can't beat bacon grease.
It's either bacon grease or sausage grease.
Mm-hmm. It's clear, so I bet it's bacon grease.
It's foaming nicely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's bacon grease. I can smell it.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna let these babies fry. Now the thing about these mountain oysters, you can fry them hard and long and they never get dried out. They never get crispy. Crispy would be nice, and you can crisp up the outer edges, but that inside meat is of such a nature, I don't know why it is. You cannot make it tough. You cannot overcook it. I've never really eaten one, I don't think, that was really undercooked. except I eat some raw before. But they're gonna be good. Would Samson like to have a cord? She missed it on purpose. She swallowed it.
Oh my goodness. Was you the good dog?
That cord is tasty because it's got blood stuck in it.
That explains it.
Come. Cord. Come, get it. Come. Come.
You gets it?
Get it. Good girl. Come. Is that good? Alright, we're gonna give these a little flip. Oh yeah, they're nice and brown.
Ooh, those look good.
Just perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's not gonna take long at all, and we'll be eating. Alright, it's about time to call the kiddies. We have some wonderful, delightful delicacies, and Grace has made us some goat cheese, and she's going to be nice and let us try some of that too. She made it from real goat's milk.
Uh-huh.
It would be hard to make it without goat's milk, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Yeah.
That magical cheese that just appears.
Yeah, did this guy milk it?
No, Grace
She
did the
milked the
milking.
goat?
She milked it, she strained it, she brought it in, she made the cheese, did everything.
And now she's going to bring us some forks.
She didn't strain it.
Okay, and she's 11. How many 11-year-olds do you know that have gone from start to finish making goat cheese? And I mean starting with milking the goat. She probably birthed the goat that she probably helped the birth.
Yes, I have helped in the birth.
Yeah, okay, so there you go, folks. All right, we're going to start with this meat.
I know what
and
it
then
is.
we'll end with the cheese. People on YouTube thinks that we have got it made. They wish they were here right now. Now they might be warm.
Yeah, I will one.
Oh yeah. If it's shaped like a moon, that's intentional. This will take you to the moon and back. Oh no,
Oh,
grab it.
hurry up.
1, 2, 3. Oh, it's still good. Blow it off. I'm pretty sure that one of these kids, and I don't know which one it was, I think it was him, when we were having food and it fell on the floor and he reached to go quickly, got it, and somebody said, he knows the rule.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that video.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
No,
No.
this was in a prior video.
Eat it.
All right, here we go. What shall we call them?
Delicacy.
Delicacies going down the hatch.
Hunter. What is it?
It's got,
Eat it.
It's good. Eat it.
this is the most firm
Mm-hmm.
of any I've ever had. This reminds me of horse. You're the firm meat guy, Hunter. This actually has a bite like horse.
Oh,
We've
I
had
finished
horse
off the last
before.
piece, so.
What part of horse?
Yeah.
Put it in the mouth.
All right. It actually has to be chewed hard. Now, this is making me wonder, did he drop it on purpose?
He thought it was eyeball at first.
Really? And he was going to eat an eyeball?
Well, he was skeptical.
Here's a one for you. It doesn't taste as good as it did the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me try it. I'll be the judge of that. Now,
I
some people
accidentally didn't put the cheesecloth over it, so it got a little bit of a crust.
people like aged cheese.
Work, mama.
Does Lucas see a cheese man?
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Yes, Lucas is a cheese man.
Hey.
Don't eat the cloth.
You got a cut in the cloth.
It is cheesecloth, but we don't eat the cheesecloth.
No. That might cause some issues down the road.
It could.
Just pull it.
I've never seen anybody have so much trouble. Oh, he was in the cheesecloth too.
Yeah.
What is it about these boys in cheesecloth? All right, here we go. Goat cheese. This is extra. This is on the house. This is on Grace's account.
Mm.
No.
It's
not
still
as,
very good.
Very
but
mild.
it's not as good as the first day.
If anything, it needs a little salt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can get some salt and you guys can try it with more salt.
No, it's
I'm
good.
still getting
sis.
that same flavor I got yesterday.
Mhm.
So good.
It has not diminished
Kid. If you
whatsoever.
were to sit up on there, you'd sit on my cheese. No, okay, I wouldn't.
All right, let's tell the people.
Okay. What do we think?
All right,
The
on
first
a
delicacy.
scale of 1 to 10.
The first delicacy.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
5.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
9.5. I know what it is.
Oh yeah.
I heard you guys talk about it.
Personally, since I have such a wide range of mountain oyster experience, I'm going to place it at a 7. That's just because I've had so many of them. If I put it at a 9 or a 10, that would be saying it's like close to the best I've ever had. I can't remember the best I ever had, but I don't think
Horse.
that was the best I ever had.
Horse was the best.
Horse was good. Horse
Yeah.
was good.
I would agree with you, but it's really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely in the 6, 7, 8 neighborhood.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
These are from Big Bugs, and it is hard to believe, but other than 6 little pieces just like this, that's all he had. I thought he was going to make
I already did.
Oh,
plates,
good.
plates.
Yeah. You go try that.
Oh, Daddy.
I watched him for months, and I thought that he was going to be filling plates with them. Don't that have more of a bite, more like a horse?
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked. I was shocked by it. I'm going to go ahead and go in for another round. That's unreal, unusual
It's so
texture.
Yeah, much more like the horse.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what I think, at least I liked more about the horse, was it had more consistency, more chew.
Yep. Never had a beef oyster that with that texture. All right, there you have it, folks. Bubs did us a favor by raising some nice, juicy oysters. And he got to live 3.5 years or 4 years, somewhere in that vicinity.
It's right about 3.5.
3.5 years. And now he has, what do you think that the meat ratio was on him?
The meat to
Do
fat
you think
ratio?
do you think he had 800 pounds of finished meat?
I mean, every tote we carried up here was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I would say he probably has 800 to 1,000.
Yeah. 1,978 pound bull.
I
So
thought it was 1953.
1953, sorry. 78 was
Louis.
Big Louis. Okay, I'm getting
It's
confused.
okay.
She keeps me straight. But anyway, we have a lot of bull meat from him. We just now ate some good bull meat. Hope you enjoyed the video. We have more like this coming out for you soon, so be prepared because it's going to roll off the presses hot. But that's all we got for you today. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.